Hello, welcome, I'm oDEVILSNIPEro and this is episode 2 of my road to glory on NCAA 13. So if you missed anything from the first episode, I'm just going to do a slight recap just to show you what I done in the first episode, which was basically, top left hand corner was my player creation. I'm a 210-pound, 6 foot running back. In the bottom right hand corner was my college selection. Obviously I'm from Wisconsin, so I'm going to have Wisconsin, Mississippi and Boise as my colleges. Now prepare your ears for the almighty entry for my debut. Welcome back. I do apologise if I made your ears bleed, but I wanted to make a real impact. I wanted to make a huge entrance, so I went a little bit OTT, and I want to thank the Crown the Empire for that beast track. That track just really summed it up. I want to break down the walls. I want to batter my way through to the TDs. So I'm not going to receive the kickoff, which is a bit of a shame. Number 9 is on the right hand side, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to run in front of him and I'm going to try blocking, try and make a gap for him, see if we can get some yardage. Doesn't work out that way, but hey, we're near the 30-yard line, we've made some yards, that's the main thing. So this will be my first actual play on NCAA 13 as a running back in my road to glory. Will I be able to make some yardage? I really hope so. I can make some good yardage. And as you'll see, I've used the LT, which basically slows down time. Now this is a new, from what I gather, I haven't played NCAA before, this is a new inclusion into the game, and basically what it does is essentially create slow motion. So if you see a player come towards you, flick that button and perhaps you can juke out the way, spin out the way, make a move generally just out of his way. So things aren't going to plan. We're in the second quarter. Our defence has let us down and we've just conceded a TD and they've made the conversion. So we're 7-0 down. Their fans are ecstatic. They managed that in 7 plays, covering 73 yards. That's quite impressive in a matter of 58 seconds as well. So the pressure is really on. And this will be my first reception of a ball. Let's hope I can get some yardage. So the blockers move across. They set up quite nicely and I'm feeling quite confident. This goes straight through the middle. Doesn't work out for me, and again we've made it near the 30-yard line. We've got some yardage. That's the main thing, that's the most important factor. We've got some yardage, so I'm going to push myself left. And what I want to say though is, what I found playing this game is, obviously I'm a running back and I made a nice run there. I used the LT a little bit, wasn't really worth using the LT right there. Perhaps I could have used that fractionally beforehand, but I didn't, so that's a learning curve for me. I'm not a great fan of it. I prefer just the natural runs and playing, you know, just off the cuff really, which will be shown in this sums up some great blocking. This is what I love about this game. This is awesome. As you can see, I'm going to push to the right. Now watch 65 and 42. 65 and 42. Bang! Bang! Create some great space. I'm going to make a huge run. Great spin, but I spin straight into another defence player. That was unlucky. But what 65 and 42? Look at them two, they split. Bang 65, bang 42. Creates a great space for me. Superb spin. And nearly, only if he wasn't there, that could have been my first debut TD for my high school team. 67's not impressed. I don't think his coach is going to be overly impressed with him. And yes, I'm quite happy with that. And again, as you can see, they're pushing me right. What I found is a lot of the plays were always pushing me right. You know, a majority, I would say 90% of the plays are all right. But this is going to be a great play. This is going to be the moment I've waited for. 42 does a superb job, along with 62, creates a gap for me, and that's all I need. That slight gap, and I'm there. I'm going to score my first debut TD for my high school team in my first season, which is awesome. And what I love about this game is the Legends Spotlight. It shows you a number of like action replays, which was awesome. Some of these I haven't included in the video, but oh, if only that player wasn't there. So I really do like that Legend Spotlight. My coach is happy, my fans are happy, my team is happy. That makes me happy. But when you're happy, you have to come back down. And oh boy, I come down with a bang. I called for the ball. This play is all me. That was all my fault. I called for the ball. I didn't get the ball. They got an interception. That was my fault. I wasn't the best open player, but I made that call. As you can see, my fans are totally disappointed. I've gone from a hero to a complete and utter zero, which is really, really disappointing. But I get the chance to redeem myself with going left. Great pass off by the QB. I make the 1st and 10, which is awesome, and then I get taken down. And again, as you can see, I used the LT. I used it incorrectly. I should have used it probably about a second to 2 seconds earlier, and I might have been able to gain some additional yardage. But that's just a learning curve. I'm still getting used to the game, but I'm really enjoying it. And again, we're going to push left, and we find a gap. We get pushed down further, so we gain some additional yardage. But the flag is out. It's got to be in our favour, and no! I am truly gutted. It's not in our favour. But it's one of those things. These things happen. All he's got to do is pick himself up, get his focus back on, and just do his job properly, and we'll be okay. So now the nerves are really hitting me. It's a cool play for a pass. I make the call, and I received the ball for a TD. That really was a nerve-wracking moment. I was hesitant. I made the pre-press, pressed the X button. I was panicking a little bit, but the ball came in straight and easy. No one on me, which made it a lot easier, a lot more comfortable to take the catch, and I scored the TD. Obviously, all my teammates are now overjoyed. I've scored 2 TDs on my debut, on my high school debut. It's going to be a good season. I can feel it being a good season. Having a great game. And again, pushing left, but I'm met by a tank this time. And the worst thing in the world that can happen, I fumbled the ball. And not only that, they return the ball for a TD. So again, I've gone from being a hero to a complete and utter zero, which is really disappointing. So what happens next? Well, a good number of plays later, a lot of pressure, a lot of grit, determination, a lot of tank playing, a lot of my player being a beast, some great yardage made. We put ourselves in a great position. Could I capitalise? Can I become the hero again? Can I turn my misfortune into glory? Can I cap off this game with my 3rd TD? And again, you can see they're pushing me to the right hand side. The guys are set up great, and there is the gap. The gap was made. One of their defence players looked like he slipped. I didn't. I went straight through the middle and scored a TD. As you can see, oh no, he was pushed down. That was my bad. He was actually pushed down. That was some great blocking by my team, and they've helped me go from the zero to the hero. That was just awesome. And I tried the left hand side again, looking to make some yardage because time's running out, and I just get met by a brick wall, which is no problem. I'm quite happy with that. But the nerves are sort of settling in now, or are they? You know, it's another pass play, and I'm going to go for the early call for the pass, and I make the run left, but I'm not going to get the ball, so I dive in right hand side. Look at that dive! The ball comes across, and I make the catch, but it's not a TD. It's not a TD, but I made a great catch. That was a real moment for me. That gave me some real confidence, and we'll hopefully carry that confidence into the game too. But look at this, dives in. That is a great dive in, gets in front of the defense player and makes a great catch. That done my confidence the world is good, and that really will help me. So we have no pressure. We're just going to run the clock down and take a QB kneel. That's all we need to do. And the first game is ours, and I'm so chuffed. I was so happy that I got 3 TDs on my high school debut. That's going to set me up really well, hopefully, you know, earning the XP to get one of the scholarships. And yeah, I was well and truly chuffed. So basically, each episode is not going to be like this, because obviously this is quite a long episode. What I'm going to do for the remainder of the games is make like a mini montage of just showing like highlights or good gameplays from the remaining games leading up to the playoffs, and then show the highlights in depth. I'll probably set the mini task to some music, so you guys got something nice to listen to. Hopefully not as loud. I don't want to make your ears bleed again. But obviously, as you can understand, the opposition do not look impressed whatsoever. The QB of the opposition is not very happy. But I'm quite chuffed. 264 yards. 264 yards. That's a lot of ground I covered from 40 carries. That's not a great return, but that's good yardage. So, my reward for having such a quality game is 3 teams are interested in me. Western Michigan Broncos, Northern Illinois Huskies, and the Northwestern Wildcats. And I'm going to obviously go for the Northwestern Wildcats. They've got an overall team rating of 87, so I'm gonna stick those on my college choices. And there we go, guys. That's the end of episode 2. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope to catch you in episode 3.